Hey, craft friends, it's Linda. And today I thought I'd just come on here and talk about with the new year, 2021. You know, I'm a little behind. I know people have already kind of made their 2021 videos, but as always, I'm a little behind working and life. Anyway, I wanted to come on here and talk about where I see my channel going in 2021, reflections of 2020, and where I thought my craft and my magic and my spiritual journey had taken me in 2021. Just reflect on that and then reflect on where I see myself going. I'm sorry, it's this one piece of hair that sometimes I go and it sounds so vain, but it's getting on my nerves. We'll put it behind here and see if that it just don't want to do right. It is what it's kind of like me. Well, anyway, I'll start with my reflections on 2020. Well, 2020, as not only myself, but a lot of people, was a very challenging year. But I grew in 2020. I evolved in some ways. And sometimes I feel like I took some steps backwards on my spiritual path and kind of backtracked a little bit. But however, at the end of the year, it was like I met myself right where I needed to be. So I feel like I grew to a point, and yes, sometimes I took some step backwards, but by the end of the year, I feel and I felt like I was right where I needed to be. And then as I looked onward into 2021, I could see some things that I could do differently, some new plans, some new goals, and some new things that I wanted to do. As I reflect on my spiritual practice, I feel like it is broadening and changing. Hoodoo or root work has always been like a base for me. I've been doing it for a while. It was something I learned from my grandmother, but even in that time, a lot of things I learned from my grandmother, but I did learn from other people, shared knowledge with other people, took classes, and I did that here recently in the last couple of years, which to me expanded my knowledge. It will always be a base and a root for me. But I also expanded and did some different things, studied some different things that I may not have challenged myself to study. I've always felt like I'm a Christian practitioner, and I always have felt that there are many parts of me, especially when I looked up my family history and stuff, and I wanted to incorporate all the parts of me into my spiritual practice, African roots, my Latino roots, my Native American roots. I wanted to take all of those parts of me, learn more about whatever I didn't know, and my Celtic roots, which was kind of a little bit surprising and not so much, being that my last name was McDaniel. So, you know, things happen probably. So I wanted to take all of those parts of me, incorporate it into my practice, and incorporate different parts. I am an eclectic practitioner, and to keep things fresh and exciting for me, sometimes I have to study and do some other things, and I incorporate what I feel in tuned with, and I discard what doesn't work for me. So I think I did incorporate some more studies into my practice this year, um, and and I think that was a good thing. And I've expanded my studies. I'm working a little bit more with tarot. That's kind of new in the last maybe 4 to 5 years for me. I'm trying to expand and grow in that. The next area that I plan to expand and grow through is astrology. I kind of liked it. It has always piqued my interest a little, but just never really dwelled that much. I know generically some things in that, read a little bit, but I want to expand my knowledge based on that. So I'll be studying that a little bit more. And on this channel, I kind of learn some things and share some things. So some of the things that as I grow and expand, I'll share my knowledge, not meaning when I share on this channel, it's not that I think I know all be all. No, I am learning and growing just like everybody else. I share what knowledge I have, share what experiences that I've learned through things, and hope that we have an exchange of ideas. If I've done something that maybe you question, or you have some insight on that, I always appreciate comments. I always feel like I can learn. I That's the whole thing about the craft, is that to me, if the moment that you think that you know everything, in which we cannot, because it's just so much deep and expanded knowledge that we could never know everything. And so I am a lifelong learner, and I enjoy um, learning, reading, researching. All of those things are just, to me, I love doing them. And I, as being witch, you pretty much have to do those things to know and to expand your practice. So I'll be kind of dwelling into some new studies and learning some new things, hopefully this year. And then again, there is a time factor. I run a business, I work a job, so I run my business part time. I work a job, and I am an author and probably will work on another book this year. When you put all that together and then try to do a YouTube channel, it makes it a little bit challenging, but somehow I get it all done. And on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be honest, the goal is to make videos at least once a week. Haven't really accomplished that, but that is my goal by the end of the year, to make sure that I have a weekly video on here. And I have to admit, some of that is just to maybe make 2 or 3 videos and then put them out weekly. Can you believe that I'm just now, I mean, I knew that and I hear people saying it, but I'm just now getting like, oh yeah, that would be a way. Well, it is what it is. That's the other thing, learning and expanding. And I learn from you guys and I love it. So sometimes I'll be doing video responses. I don't think you'll see a lot of recipe kind of things to me. This is what you need for this. Now I will plan on, I'm taking an herbology course, so I will kind of expand on certain herbs and stuff as I learn things, to share that knowledge or whatever. But per se, to kind of do the complete spell, and I may or may not, but that's not really the focus of my channel, because I feel like there's hundreds of channels when you can learn how to do a spell, learn how to do things. There's hundreds of channels that you can do that. And I think my focus is to learn the why, and why do we do this, and how do I do this, and kind of, I'm more of a pick your brain. I've heard the term mind practitioner, practitioner of the mind. That would probably describe me more also, in that I love to learn, I love to read. So there will be some, and I've done those before. What am I reading now? Which I'll probably share something that I'm reading right now, a book that I have just finished. So that is where I talked about my reflections of 2020, that I did grow. I think my practice expanded. Some things I think I went backwards on, because I'm going to be honest, I did in 2020 reach a kind of a lull, if you will. I just didn't feel like doing anything. And so for a couple of weeks, I really didn't do anything. And I feel like that's fine, because sometimes you reach those points where you need to just take a break for a minute and refocus, recharge, and get back out there. And I feel like in 2020, near the end, I did do that. And I think it was helpful in that it kind of helped me refocus and recharge. One of the other things that I did was went on a depth year last year. And I'm going to be honest, 50-50. Sometimes I did really well on it and sometimes not. And it wasn't like going out and doing a lot of shopping, but it was like doing a lot of online shopping. I think I did more of that, but I did keep it at bay, because I really could have spent a lot more money than I did. So I'm glad I did it, just to, I spent more time asking, do I really need that? So if nothing else came out of that, I feel like that was a good thing. And I think that that is extending on to the next year. Because now I'm also trying to, I have a lot of supplies, and I'm asking myself, do I need this? So I really try to now buy supplies when I need them. Even I love tarot and oracle cards, and I could, if I could probably spend a fortune on them, and sometimes I've had. So now I just allow myself to maybe get a card that really piques my interest every 3 or 4 months, which is probably good for me because I would spend more than that. Um, or on special occasions. Like I got a deck, which I'm gonna, it's been a while ago, but I kind of got it as a birthday present to myself in May or so. And I think I showed you guys that card. So that's where I've been and where my thoughts are. Where am I going, especially in relationship to this channel? Well, one of the things that I plan to do is one of the things that I want to do is I don't feel like I have the best photography skills. So as I go along each year, I would like to improve those. A lot of times, I'm going to be honest, I'm using my phone. I do have a camera that I haven't used and I need to work on. So near the middle and the end of the year, I'm trying to going to work on using my camera more and having that interaction with you guys a little bit more. So that's one goal. The other goal is to do a little bit more sharing knowledge, teaching, learning, exchanging. I really want this channel to be a channel where we exchange ideas and exchange knowledge. I would like to see the channel grow, but that's not my ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is that I exchange ideas, I learn and you learn, and because we're exchanging and sharing. And the way you exchange is to comment. If you have something that you feel, a tip or anything that you feel that can help, a subject matter that you like to discuss, then I like to see that happen on this channel with those exchange of ideas. So I just want to do more interactive videos, more about where I am in my spiritual journey, which I feel like I've done that. How, as a Christian practitioner, how I practice, because sometimes as a Christian practitioner, I like to see what actually do you do in your practice. And I like to see, and I like to show you how I practice as a Christian practitioner also. So I kind of have all of this melded up in how I practice, but it is what it is. It is what I do. So I like to do that and just sharing my spiritual journey, because I've been on this journey for a while, but every year, every couple of years, I see things changing in my practice, beliefs. I let some go. I pick up some more. So I think I'll expand, and you may see different things as I expand and I grow on this channel. So you'll probably see that. So that's where I think I am, where I see this channel going, growing and going, and just sharing and doing. I have this, like I had said that I had one tarot deck that I got for myself for my birthday sometime in May. And I think I shared it when I got it. This is the Akashic Tarot by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. Really pretty deck. And sometimes I'll kind of use cards to show you where I am and where I've been reflecting on. So I picked 2 cards out of this deck to kind of show you where I am and where I think I'm going and where I'm reflecting. In this deck, it has, and I hope you can see it, this card is called the Scribe. And as you can see, he is studying, he is writing, and then he has a group over here on the side. And they are studying and exchanging ideas. Basically, that's where I think I am with this channel and where I think I'm going with this channel. Studying, writing, trying to develop and improve my practice, and hoping to exchange ideas with other practitioners. So that's one. And then the other place that I think I am with this deck is reflection. I will spend a lot of time and have spent a lot of time in 2020, and that will continue on into 21, reflecting, thinking about going over, trying to find more improved ways to improve myself and my practice, and sharing what I've learned, be that good or bad. So that's where I am, where I'm headed, and where I'm going. You guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.